Hey guys, this is Simon Geek. I got an interesting PM from Mobilephone 2003 yesterday, so I decided to procrastinate from my Algebra 2 homework for a bit and, sit here with my dog Ed and make a video answering his questions. Just showing he's not dead. Alright, now he asked me some specific questions, so I'll break down one by one. First one is operating systems. If you were to buy a computer tomorrow with an operating system of your choice installed, what would it be and why? I would choose Ubuntu 8.04 Hardy, just because it's, in my opinion, one of the best operating systems I've ever used in my entire life. Name three things and also I need like a laptop because I need one for school. So I'm not gonna buy a MacBook. I don't need that. I don't need that for school. So yeah. 2. Name three things you like most about my operating system. Well, I'll just use OS 10 because I'm using it right now. Three things I like most about my operating system. The dock. It's just one of the best Windows organizers I've ever used. In combination with spaces and expose, it just pones every other Windows management system I've ever used on any other operating system. 2. I love the fact that everything looks the same. It's just brilliant. It looks more cleaner, nice, and professional when everything looks the same. I've gotten many compliments from, new computer users who say, wow, there's not a bunch of colors and stuff distracting you. Yeah. No, and number 3, I also I love, the thing I love about OS 10, all the programs know each other. I can literally drag anything from any other program on any other Mac software and it'll just work. I can drag a song into Audacity and it'll just instantly transfer there. I could drag a photo from iPhoto or the web into Seashore and it'll just automatically pop up. I can drag photos and songs from those two applications into iMovie, automatic pop up. I can drag an iMovie movies from my desktop or put into iDVD or put into Thunderbird, and it'll automatically appear as an attached file in Thunderbird, or it'll automatically appear on my desktop or anything. So it's so simple, easy, and compact, and it just helps the operating system flow better. And I like that. 3 things I dislike about OS 10, he asks. Well, number 1, whenever I open an application, it forces itself to the front. Say I'm using Firefox and it's like, hey, maybe I want to talk to my friends on Skype. And I open Skype. It doesn't do it in the background. Once Skype is open, it flings itself to where you're looking at Skype. Which I hate that. It's the most awful thing. A lot of Mac users agree with me on this, by the way. Yeah, it is just, ugh. Number 2, what I don't dislike about OS 10? The fact that it can only be put on Macs. I mean, granted, it runs great on Macs. It's just my own personal opinion that I think they should broaden out more. But right now, I don't think they need to, and it would hurt them. So I think it's best that they stay where they are. But I think I'd be a lot happier if I could install OS 10 on a couple other computers in my house. It would just make networking a lot easier. But, I'm going to let Apple do what they do because, their operating system. Number 3, another thing I dislike about OS 10. I dislike the fact that it's so hard to customize the operating system's look. I have to go into my hard drive and switch out tons of files just to get, the OS 10 looking like how I want it to look. It's ridiculous, and I think they should just do something about it, but I know they won't, so, I'll just keep the default theme. It's not that bad. 4, what would your advice be to considering switching operating systems? Number 1, do not go into an operating system thinking it's going to be like, exactly like the operating system you were using prior. You have to look on it with an open mind. You have to go in and say, all right, this is not going to be Windows XP, enter other operating system here that I've used before. look at it with an open mind and see for yourself and try to immerse yourself in the experience as if you were already a user of this operating system. That's my advice. Software. What is the application you use most on your system? Firefox. 2. What's your opinion on open source software versus commercial software? Open source all the way. Number 3. What is your view on piracy? I don't need to pirate software just because, there's probably an open source version of it. So why bother? Do you do any programming yourself? I know a little C++, not that much though. I know a little Java, and I can mess around. I know my way around the terminal in OS 10 and the one in Ubuntu. I haven't gotten used to it in BSD or any other operating system. But yeah, I know my way around a little bit. I'm not that good, but I'm okay. Internet. What is the website you visit most, except your own? YouTube. What web service can't you live without? Email. You guys don't realize this, but without email, almost everything on the internet would be impossible. 3. Could you survive without the internet for a week? Yeah, I've done it before. In fact, I was on dial-up about a year ago. If I don't really need the internet, I just think it'd be a huge ass annoyance to check all the messages I've gotten. Maybe it wouldn't be as much of a pain a year ago, but nowadays, if I left the internet for a week, I'd have to spend 3 hours ruffling through YouTube comments. So yeah, I could live, but it'd be a pain. When you leave your computer, do you take the internet with you, i.e. on a mobile device? No, I don't. I believe that computing should be BAM, desktop. I don't like laptops. I don't like any other stuff. I know it's a huge controversial statement to make, but I don't really want to get into it because I am very blunt on this, and I think mobile computing is just retarded. But that's just my own opinion. Now, getting things done. 1. Have you ever made any custom hotkeys for your computer? Yes, on Ubuntu Hardy 8.04, I made this for the expose because I didn't like the one they had. Super key Control Z. That is my expose. So, yeah. Super key, for those of you who don't know, is command on a Mac keyboard and the Windows key on a Windows keyboard. 2. Which application do you use, if any, to organize yourself? Thunderbird. I just use emails and other to-do lists to send to my email through Thunderbird. Just makes things a lot easier. Now, 3. What is the biggest time saver on your computer? The dock on OS 10 and multiple desktops. Multiple desktops, I just have all different, I have all my IMs in one desktop. I have all my work stuff in another desktop. I have my internet stuff in my first desktop, and then I have all my movie making stuff in my fourth desktop. With that, with spaces and multiple desktops on Linux, it just makes things organizing so much easier and time saving. 4. Do you plan ahead or play by ear? I don't really understand that question, but I'd say I plan ahead when it comes to, making videos and stuff. So, yeah. I hope that answered your questions, Mobile Phone. Samuel out.